Hello bitches and bros and non-binary hoes, and welcome back to another vlog. I have about half an hour before I have to get ready for a quiz night, so I thought why not film a little vlog today. Well, this evening is my chill evening where I just fuck about and do whatever I want to. And also, it means I can catch up with you lot. So, what has been happening? I have been doing a bunch of work. Today is kind of like we figured out a lot what we want to do for the main project that we are filming in February or March. We figured out a lot of stuff. We had meetings with our lecturers. We've had a big meeting as well about what's happening, what I'm doing as I'm the sound designer, and I will be recording sound on set. So I've been doing some planning on what I need to do, what films I need to research, and thankfully, because of the blackouts and the storms that happened on the weekend, the uni kind of gave us extensions, which means I can spend more time on those projects and not stress, which I don't want to be stressing anymore, as these past couple of weeks have been busy, and it's been about, I think, maybe 2.5 weeks since I filmed last week's vlog, and this will probably be coming out a week afterwards. I have switched which direction my camera is facing, and I've put on the wider lens on, as you know, I think it just looks better and it's probably higher quality as well than the front facing camera. So here we are. So before I get ready, I have basically finished my script outline. I just need to polish a few things here and there and expand upon one scene, and then go through the entire thing and delete about 100 to 200 words, because it's over the word limit by a lot, because I wrote a fuck ton for it. I also removed about 10 scenes and then added about 11 more, and those 10 scenes I've not removed entirely. They will be in the part 2, as I'm keeping to the thing of this is going to be a 90-minute pilot, but I can only do one half of it, and where it ends currently is actually really good, and I'm pleased with it. I sent it to a few people, I've sent it to a few friends, I sent it to my siblings, and my brother, who is really harsh and very well critical. He's like very useful criticisms for any piece of work I do, especially when it comes to sci-fi, and he loves sci-fi. And he basically said, apart from a couple of things here and there, it's actually pretty solid. So that actually means a lot coming from my brother. When the last time I sent him an outline for a pilot episode, he just said it was dog shit. And I agree with him now, because if I stuck with that idea for this year, it would not be that good and I would get a really low mark. And I'm hoping I get a high mark for this, because my lecturer did say she liked it quite a bit. So hopefully I do well. Oh, what else has happened? So much has happened with these past 2 weeks. I went to see Rocky Horror with one of my mates. It was a lot of fun, and it was a very cool cinema experience and very new. You could shout at the screen, you could throw shit around, you can dance. It was so much fun, and it was just fucking insane. Whenever Janet appeared on screen, you shouted slut. Whenever Brad appeared on screen, you shouted arsehole. And you say, when the guy appears with no neck, you say, where's his fucking neck? And when Time Warp came on, all the lights in the cinema turned on and everyone was stood up dancing to the Time Warp. And yeah, it was a really fun experience, and that night was pretty good. So aside from all the hectic shit that has been going on these past few weeks, my Nana gave me some Christmas money. Thank you, Nanny. And I went Christmas shopping. I was also going shopping to buy one of my friends their birthday present, as it was their birthday the other day, and I was like, okay, I need to get something. I know they like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. The first charity shop I walked in, they had a bunch of Buffy comics and the first season of Angel on DVD, and I was like, that's what I'm buying. And then I looked, well, I took a closer look at the shelf, and there was a bunch of Doctor Who DVDs. Yeah, Doctor Who DVD haul. Whoa, hopefully this angle is actually good and you can see me. But I bought a lot of DVDs because they had a load. But the first thing that I did buy, aside from Doctor Who DVDs, was, let's just move that out of the way, there's so many, was A Town Called Eureka Season 1. I've heard a lot of good things about this. My parents, I believe, have seen it, so this means we can watch this as well as Stargate and all that. And also Brandon has recommended this to me a lot, so thank you, Brandon. And I finally bought it because it was dirt cheap. And that actually goes to the Doctor Who stuff as well. These were pretty cheap as well. They were on the expensive side, but I thought it's a charity shop, and you know, it's Christmas, and I got some Christmas money. I'm gonna treat myself because I deserve it, as this semester has been, well, you guys know, I've told you. So there are about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 DVDs and 15 serials. So without further ado, so they had the beginning box set, which includes An Unearthly Child, The Daleks at the Edge of Destruction, which I must say is a pretty decent bottle episode, especially for the 60s, as episodes can run for far too long, as we know from the first Doctor's era. Daleks, I really struggle with the Daleks, unfortunately, because this version is very long and the Peter Cushing one is very short. So it's like they're fighting the pacing so much. Like this one's very slow, Peter Cushing one is very fast. And it's kind of just... An Unearthly Child is a good episode. I do cut it a lot of slack because it is the first episode of Doctor Who, and I think it's a shame that the BBC don't own it. And this dude called Prick, I don't know, it's weird. It's a weird name change of name, dude. Really, Prick. Yeah, so this Prick isn't allowing the BBC to show An Unearthly Child on BBC iPlayer. So yeah, fuck you. And the next one that I bought was The Time Meddler, which is one of my favourite episodes of Season 2, as Season 2 is a fucking drag and has one of the worst episodes of Doctor Who in it, The Crusade. And then they had the War Machines, which I wasn't initially going to buy, but I thought it's one of the only episodes, well, serials of Season 3 that are on DVD. I thought, why not? And I'm also close-ish to watching this episode. I just need to get through the Dalek serial, and then it can just be a walk in the park to watch the rest, and that Dalek serial is like 10 or 12 parts, and pray for me. It's mostly tally snaps, and I hate tally snaps. For the first season, I accepted watching the tally snaps and didn't watch them begrudgingly, because it's like the first season, I've got to get into these one way or another to watch all of Doctor Who if I want to. And Marco Polo is one of my favourite serials of Doctor Who. And then that ends the first Doctor era, and this is the only DVD that I found in the charity shop for the second Doctor era, and that is The Invasion, which I've not really heard anything about. It does come with some animated episodes, which I'm probably going to skip, as Doctor Who cannot do animation for shit. The Talons of Weng-Chiang, which sadly comes in the black case instead of the standard grey casing, so it's going to look a little mismatched, but I'm not too worried. I'm excited to watch this episode as I've heard a lot of things about it. Some good, some bad. I am just quite intrigued to see what the episode is fully about. Probably like dragons and shit, I don't fucking know. But it looks interesting, plus it's Tom Baker, and it's in, I believe, the terrible section of the Tom Baker era, and it's one of the few good episodes in that era. Sadly, as Tom Baker's one goes downhill a lot. And the next thing they had was the New Beginnings box set, which has, surprisingly, the last few good serials from Tom Baker's era. And that is The Keeper of Traken, Logopolis, which Brandon and Reece said if I don't like it, they won't be surprised because I hate Genesis of the Daleks. Controversial, I know. And then Castrovalva, which I think I watched when I was younger. But I don't remember it a lot. A lot with Doctor Who, I don't remember it. But I'm making but I am making my way through it slowly but surely. And I am excited to actually get to these episodes when I do. And then an episode that I have seen a billion times, same with The Ark in Space, is The Five Doctors. which I generally don't remember what happens in this, but I remember watching it a lot as a kid, so hopefully I still like it. And then I think this is second to last Peter Davidson serial that I have. There is Planet of Fire, and I'm pretty sure I have seen this one because I'm looking at the images and it looks very familiar to me, unless I'm just crazy. And the last one for Peter Davidson is The Caves of Vandrozani, which I have heard several good things about, like genuinely one of the best episodes from the classic Who era. But those are my words. That's just what I've heard, and I'm intrigued by that. I'm not going to go into it thinking it's going to be a masterpiece. I never do that with Doctor Who because a lot of people are wrong, especially with the new era, which people say is really good until like a certain point. It's just dog shit throughout. So what can you do? And then the second to last DVDs for this haul is Attack of the Cybermen, which I believe is one of the okay to good episodes in Colin Baker's era. I'm not going to chat shit about Colin Baker as I've met him a couple times and he's a really nice guy and he's awesome. So we'll keep my massive critiques away for now. And then the last one that I've found there was The Curse of Fenric, which I've heard many good things about it as well. And weirdly enough, I like the Seventh Doctor. From what I remember, I used to watch his ones a lot because they were more interesting to me than probably the majority of the other Doctors. 4, 5 and 7 were the ones that I watched a lot growing up, as well as New Who. So I think I'm going to end this episode on the outfit that I'm going to be wearing for tonight, which is going to be probably my usual outfit that I wear all the time. But, let's pretend it's a nicer outfit because, yeah. So this is my current outfit that I'm probably going to wear for tonight. I hope you can see me. It's basically the standard stuff that I wear, just black or white top, or maybe my System of a Down shirt, but that's in the wash currently. Then my amazing signature red flannel, and then my military army jacket and black jeans. And I'm probably going to wear my Vans tonight, but my foot still hurts, so I may just wear my Reeboks, as they are a lot more comfortable. But yeah, this is the outfit. One thing I forgot to add in this vlog, I've almost finished the edit now, is the winnings that I got from the quiz. We didn't win the main quiz, unfortunately. We came second place, which is pretty good. I think the winners were like 10 points ahead, but we won for best name, or the shittest name, I can't remember. And we got the prizes are terrible DVDs. So I got Brit Bus Croydon 2015, which is really funny. And the disc, when a disc is like this, it means business. It's just a white disc with like yellow felt tip, with a number on it. But yeah, it was a good night last night. And yeah, good night everyone. So my mate just texted me, he's outside now, so I'm gonna go down there and meet him for the quiz night. So I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I hope you like the new way I'm filming it, because I really dislike the way the first vlog looks. Everything's really tight and close up, and I think this is kind of more interesting for a way a vlog should look. I'm still trying to get back into it. It's gonna be slow moving, I know. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you in the next one. Peace.